Saturday, October 2nd, 2021. I'm 43? Really? I guess so. I'm doing okay. All told. Well, not all told. There's more that I don't know. I like to assume there's things that I don't know. Well, there are. That are going on. That just I don't know about yet. That's what I'd like to believe. What actually is going on is, who knows, could be just nothing. And it's like, I'm not really responsible for all the things that I don't know. It's like, if I don't know about it, how can I make a rational or informed decision about it? So it's like, after the fact, finding out will have been, it'll be what it'll be. But I guess I have to just keep moving forward with whatever makes sense. And whatever makes sense to me is going to be different than what might make sense to anybody else. But it's only me living this life. So I'm the only one that has to be okay with it, be right with it. Yeah. Whatever agreements that I was trying to make or connection, now there's no feedback. So there's no communication, there's no conversation, there's no even acknowledgement. So yeah, that says quite a bit. So no response is a powerful response. And that's it. There's nothing else to say. It's very sad. I am devastated and heartbroken. But I've been this way. And I've had a lot of practice at it. So, yeah. The best I can say is good luck. And that's about it. I hope whatever you're looking for, you find it. And find some peace with it. Because it's not going to get any better. The world is not going to drastically change. So it's like finding those little changes, the little things that the big picture is just living a small life. It's going to be okay with me. I don't need to make a big impact and shatter reality and change things up. It's already going to have been what it's going to have been. And I'm just going through it. And I still leave room open for possibilities. Nothing is getting, there is no resolution, there is no conclusion. It's just continuation of all the things that I don't know. So I don't don't shut doors. I just might pull them too. I don't lock windows. I just bring them down. I don't close the curtain. I don't know. Just thinking. So, it really did seem real to me. And it might just be because I'm really good at imagining things. Really, have that creativity element where I can just read myself into things. It's like, because it's not the first time. And if there's a pattern, it's gonna happen again. Because I can just start. Like I can just look at a stranger and then immediately start. And it's like, well, that's not good. That's where it's like, well, that's what I do. Is I pick one person, and that's where I'm just gonna focus. And but I just haven't picked the right person that wants the attention. I don't think. Or at least they're not really. Or maybe they're just indecisive or unsure or uncertain or what they themselves want. It's like, what is enough for them? I just think I'm not conservation-y. I'm not conservation-y enough. I'm not activism-y enough. I'm not angry enough. I'm not protesty enough. I'm not throttle the world by the neck until it does what I want it to do enough. I guess, is that a thing? I don't know. I just know you can't choke the world into submission and get it to, behave. People have tried that. It doesn't work. They get labeled all sorts of things. None of them good. And world wars start and finish. Yeah. I don't know. I was hoping to have something more interesting to say. But I've just gone on a who knows. But I had a good day, all told, I guess. It's always over there. He's like right there. I can't even. It's like he hasn't even the rest of his entire apartment. He's like right there. It's like I can't even. I think that's like a closet or something on the other side of that wall. He's just like. So anyway, I made my rounds, around town, and mental note, the little marshland where there's like the wetland reclamation little place, that place, just the birds just go nuts in the evening. I didn't have anything on me to record what it sounded like, but at least I don't know if it will be there tomorrow or the next day or whenever I decide to go out there with something to record, but it was pretty loud. It was interesting. But, so I went for my run around town, all the way over to, Blue Heron Park, and did a loop around there before running back up around here, and did a 10K, and then I, messaged back to Jack and, talked to Mom, and that was it. That was my 43rd birthday. Didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything, just a regular day. The only thing different about it was my acknowledging some other people in my life that don't typically get acknowledged, I guess. And just letting people care, I guess. They seem intent on it. Can't get rid of them. And I guess my world would be it's already pretty empty as it is, by my own decision making. I don't let people in, and I usually push people away. And that's just the history of it. And it must be okay, because I keep doing it too, making decisions that do not facilitate anyone's continued presence. Most of the time, I just find people, they just take too much energy to maintain diplomatic status. So I guess when it's being done to me, well, it's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. I do it all the time, so I don't really take offense, or at least I could try to, but it wouldn't do any good. So it's like, I can feel sad about it, or disappointed, or angry about it, but I do it myself, so. And I like to think that they're still thinking about stuff. So, or they might not be. It could be about somebody else entirely that I just don't know about. I still have not dismissed that possibility. But I don't know how exactly I arrived at what I believe, but it just, over the course, just, you had to have been there through the entire thing. It's not all in my imagination. It makes a really weird sense, but I couldn't describe it, or I can't explain it. I can't justify it or rationalize it. I can't prove a damn thing. There's something. An ineffable quandary, quality, one or the other. I don't know. It's just terrible and terrific. And I probably should just wander off as soon as possible before I, just get destroyed completely. Because it just seems like just a matter of time before something changes, and it's just like, imminent destruction, imminent cataclysm. And it's like I will have been warned in advance. So that whole no response is a very powerful response. Whether they know it or not, I am paying attention to silence and listening carefully to nothing. So, whether they know it or not, they are signaling. Just, it might be unintentional, that they don't even know. But, I am looking for somebody that's actually available. So, if they are not available and they don't have time, I'm looking for somebody that actually has time. And if they don't have time, then that's just how it is. You know. But yeah, I did learn. I learned some things about what it is I am looking for, and I'm also looking, and I've also discovered things that I'm not looking for that. Like, actually, I don't think that much attention, but I do need some attention. And so I don't think it's all that much. So if I'm not feeling like I'm getting something, it's like, well, I should stop investing. It's not that I should stop caring, but I should stop investing. There are other people, that I could invest into, get to know, that do seem interested in me, and maybe they have time, that I can actually, talk to. That's a strange thing. So, and I don't think it's possible that anybody could get angry at me, or, accuse me of this or that or the other, because I'm not involved in anything. Nothing that has been brought to my attention. And if I was supposed to have, figured it out and arrived at some sort of conclusion, well, I didn't. Or I arrived at the wrong conclusion based on, I don't know. But I did signal, and I did ask questions, and I did elucidate my thinking of where I'm at and where I'm leaning and what I was thinking about. So I did make it all like just out there, and didn't get a response. So I consider myself clear of responsibility and whatever commitment or obligation. And for all I know, that's exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to think that. Just go away. They're being nice and they don't want to tell me because they don't want to hurt my feelings. But the message is clear. Go away. Your feelings are acknowledged. Your feelings are respected, but they are not wanted or welcome. So all this, whatever you've been doing, go do that somewhere else. So, I can have hurt feelings or be insulted or not insulted, offended, whatever I want to choose to feel. It's my responsibility. It's not anybody else's. So, I can take my feelings and go somewhere else. And yeah, it was a good experience. I got some good writing out of me. I got some perspective, and yeah. And like I've been saying for the longest time, worst case scenario, I've got an interesting friend. And I don't think I've messed it up too much. I'm very, very close to messing it up entirely. So I should just leave it. Don't touch. Just so that's where I'm at. Is just no more. And it's kind of sad still, but I can't change anything that does not want to be changed, and I can't help anything that can't be, that I can't, that doesn't want to be helped. I can't, and who am I to say? I think everything is, as far as their life and how they run things, it makes sense to them. They like it the way it is. It's what they're used to. It is normal to them, just like everything about me. No one can just pop into my life and start making changes. That's not going to work. And they can have all sorts of assumptions about, oh, well, you don't really enjoy that. You don't really, that isn't, no. No one can do that to me. Or they could try, but they would meet resistance, heavy resistance. So, I can appreciate that on the other side. It's like, if somebody, they like their life how it is, they might, have things that they don't like about it, but when it comes to like actually doing something about it, we're less prone to action. We're just more like, well, maybe in a year, maybe 2. But change, I have to, for myself, take the initiative. And I can only really work on myself. And if somebody, so, I guess the whole partnership is off. It's sad. But I'm not shutting doors, and they're definitely not getting locked. It's just something I just need to face, something I just need to deal with. And this is a good thing, and just emotionally, continuing to detach, disassociate, distance. I tried to get close. I tried to, but there was no reach back. There was no reciprocity. All the things that I was seeing, they just continued to be generalizations towards image and representation of an idea, a thought, not a real, it wasn't for me. It wasn't about me. It had nothing to do with me. It was none of my business. So anything that I was trying to read into it, that was, that was just wishful thinking. So, guilty. I can be guilty of that. And then walk away. And no one can be angry at me because I've done nothing wrong. I did, I made good on all of it. I would have stood behind it. Still will. But I think that time passed. There's not going to be a happy ending. Not anything close to, I don't know exactly how to say it, but it's not going to turn out anything like what I would think or expect. And it's going to turn out how it's going to turn out. And I do really hope for the best for them. I do. But whether I'm there or not, or available or not, or part of it or not, I hope things turn out okay. I mean, I just know for myself that I have a hard enough time dealing with reality and just with my set of circumstances. So I don't know how they. It's a good thing they seem very protected and isolated. That's probably for the best. So, yeah, it's a good thing. Nothing is final. There's no decision. These are just my thoughts. And I didn't even, just, as you can tell, I'm still undecided on even what my thoughts are. But I guess I should go work in the morning in just a few hours. So, anyway, I'm just talking to myself. So I guess it doesn't even matter. And I've been just talking to myself this entire time. organizing my thoughts, or making myself feel better, or forgiving myself for all the things that I don't know, have no control over, no influence over. So, and now watch. After saying all this, something else is going on that I just don't know about yet. And when I see it, it'll change my mind, and I'll be like, oh, so that's going on. Because that happens all the time. Where I'm like all of a sudden in one mood, and then I discover something else, or I read something else, and but then I eventually just get let down or disappointed, or it's like I just feel like I'm just being pulled. It's like my power is about I cannot pay attention. All of a sudden, if I don't pay attention to things, so again, it's kind of unreal. Yeah, what I don't pay attention to becomes memory, becomes less real. It's kind of scary, but it makes sense. It's kind of sad, but it's life. Whatever thoughts I think of, they're nothing new. They might be new to me, but they're not new. Just getting said again by somebody else, some other time, some other place. But there's no real. I'm tired of talking to myself. I'm gonna go. There's not gonna be an outro. It's just gonna be an end, and a tomorrow, and a beginning. And I don't know. I'm just, frustrated probably with all the things. Yeah. Anyway.